Hiya, welcome to my guide to warm-ups and technique for singers. This is a really brief overview to help you in your warm-ups, especially while you're in isolation, because you probably won't have one-to-one access with the singing teacher unless you live with one. So the first thing we're going to look at is breathing. It's really important to make sure we're breathing properly, supporting our breath and making really, really good airflow so that when we're singing, everything is nice and easy. As a general rule of thumb, you should be working at an effort level of 2 out of 10 up in your throat. So everything should be nice and easy. Whereas down in your core, I've currently got my hands near my belly button, down in your core, you should be working at an 8 out of 10 because you've got some really big muscles there that help get all of the air out and make that lovely sound. So to start moving that air through, I just want you to get your thumbs and pop them on your belly button. And then your hands are going to fall in a triangle just below that. And I want you to do a nice shh, a long SH sound. And you should feel your belly button moving in towards your spine. So from a side angle, if this is your back and this is your front, we should get a shh as your belly button moves in towards your spine. And then when you breathe in, it's a release. So we get a squeeze, shh, and release. And a squeeze, shh, and a release. Excellent. And that's the basic singing, breathing technique, a kind of squeeze and release feeling in its kind of most infant basic form. And if you can get that, you're on a good road. So we'll start again with that. So this is your back and this is your front. So we're going to do 4 pulses on a sh sound. So it will be shh, like a little bounce. So with your hands on your stomach, it'll go shh, and release. And again, 1, 2, 3, and release. I think I said 4 earlier, I meant 3, sorry. So we go 1, 2, 3, release. Shh. And again, shh. One more. Shh. Good. So we should have a really nice squeeze, release system going now. So that's one part of your core muscles that you're going to be using. The other part, wrap around your side. So if you get your hands and you pop them on your waist, you can't quite see with my camera angle here, but they're kind of like this around my waist. And you give me a nice ha, ha, ha. You should feel ha, 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 like a little kick coming out of the side of your waist as everything engages in your core. So give that a go. Ha, ha, ha. Excellent. And one more. Ha, ha, ha. What about a he, he, he? Ready? And he, he, he. Good. We're making lots of silly sounds with singing. That is all singing is. Lots of silly sounds shaped into words. So hoo, hoo, hoo. All hands on your waist. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Very good. So you should feel all of your core muscles starting to work now. We're just bringing an awareness to the area rather than thinking about making a pretty sound. So at this point, it's just, like I said, making sound. So back to the shh feeling, the squeeze and release. We're going to think about doing it on different sounds. So I'm just going to do a couple of them and you're going to copy me. So this is representative of your back and this is representative of your front, where your belly button is hopefully feeling like it's going towards your spine. And releasing to let air back in again. So it's that squeeze and release movement. So the first one you're doing is going to be shh. Like an M. N. As in sing. Back to You'll go. Back to Now we'll go E, E. Ooh. Stay, squeeze and release, good. Last one. Very good. So you should really start to feel like you've got a nice bounce going in that support in between each one. So it's not like it's just going and release and release. It's more of a gentle getting the air out, almost like a trampoline. Getting the air out so it's coming out nice and easily. Everything up here should feel nice and free, and you should feel like you've engaged some core muscles. Some of my students say they feel like they've been doing some sit-ups afterwards. That's great. It shows you've been engaging everything really well. So if you feel like you've done some sit-ups, fantastic. If you don't worry. I'm sure you did a really good job. Just remember, it's a nice gentle squeeze and release. So when you're doing that release, you're releasing and letting the air back in again. So it's almost like you're breathing right down into your core. Obviously, that's not actually what's happening. What's happening is you're breathing into your lungs, simple biology, but it feels as though you're breathing right into that core. So revisit this video a few times, really make sure you're engaging those muscles, feel like you're really connecting with your breath, and then move on to the next video. Well done.